Okay, well, we'd like to welcome everybody. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. We're going to kind of do things a little bit different because we're different. So we want to thank you all for coming here, sharing this exciting day with Jess and I. Everybody here, family, friends, loved ones, we love you all. We really appreciate you taking the time, making the trip, coming down and hanging out with us. We love you all. So with that, I think we're going to start some speeches here. You want the mic?
I think I should be okay because you guys already hear me? Yeah. All right. Hello, everyone. As Johnny said, thank you all for coming. For those of you who don't know me, I am Jessica's little sister, Bridget. Growing up with Jessica wasn't always a picnic. For example, we used to be tickled until I cried, and we used to play games called What Would You Do If Someone Tried to Suffocate You? Luckily, we did not kill each other. Jessica, you're my first best friend in life, and I couldn't have asked for a better one. None of us brought tissues up to the front. You're really smart. You're an amazing woman. You're kind and selfless with a confidence that I envy. And I'm very practical and consistent. Johnny, I remember when we first met, actually. You guys had come to my apartment to watch the Brock Lesnar versus Randy Couture UFC fight. And while the main event was over in seconds, literally seconds, thankfully your partnership with Jessica was not. I am so glad that you were actually going to be part of my family, even though I've called you a brother for a very long time. I love spending time with the two of you because you've shown me what love is, and I'm so glad that you found it in each other. Can't wait to celebrate tonight. Johnny. Johnny, you have found your missing booty, and in the words of Bubba Sparks, get it right, get it tight.
So now, I think it's my turn to speak about this guy. My name's Matt Jones. I'm the younger brother to Johnny. So where do you begin with Johnny? I mean, there's so many things. You know, I was going to try to go over some of the crazy, shady stuff that Johnny used to do, but maybe we should steer clear of those things. Although, I used to get tickled and tortured by Johnny too, so there's a commonality there.
Tell him, Matt. Tell him.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Johnny and I are a year and roughly 3.5 months apart. Growing up, we shared a room together for an extremely long time. Maybe a little longer. So we were almost forced to interact, but in reality, you know, it wasn't difficult to get along with Johnny. He just taught me so many things and introduced me to so much stuff, so much music and board games, baseball cards, and comics, sticker collections. So much other crazy stuff, right? As the years, you know, as we grew up, the years went by, you know, I looked up to Johnny for almost everything. You know, if he liked the color green, which I'm pretty sure he did, I like the color green. If he liked dinosaurs, I like dinosaurs. I'm sure this kind of probably annoyed him, but he never really showed it. But I was, you know, I was probably young and impressionable, but Johnny didn't have to share all the things he did with me or spend all the time he did with me, but he did. And he didn't have to wake up early when I abruptly woke him out of his sleep to play, but he did. You know, he didn't have to take me along when he rode his bike back to the Cullens and we all played bike tag, or bike tag, but he did, or, you know, invite me to build some forts in the woods or play some more behind the Fisk's house, but he did. You know, all this stuff, it meant the world to me. And it just shows how big of a heart this guy has. And it's just, you know, his character is just above and beyond that of most. Jonny just grew up to be a super kind, intelligent, you know, caring, loving individual. And I still love that we're able to just, you know, frequently hang out, drink some beers. We brew beer now. You know, we can chill, watch Rick and Morty, do all kinds of fun stuff. I just couldn't be happier that you asked me to join you today in this very important occasion, alongside of this beautiful woman. So with Jess, I first met Jess at my first real job out of college at Tech, which you're still out. I worked there a little before Jess started, but as soon as I met her, I knew that she was going to be super easy to get along with and possibly a perfect candidate to go on our weekly happy hours. And I was like, oh, cool. Jess was a super quick learner, super smart, extremely kind. You know, it turned out that she did like to go out and drink, just not with us that much. Seemed like she usually went out with her other friends, maybe kind of blew us off. But Jonny and Jess also met at Tech, and subtly it seemed like she was coming out more and more. So, you know, when you saw these two together out at the bars, and you know, they really saw the sparks flying between the two. Before you know it, we were all just hanging out more and more, and Jess is just one of the sweetest girls I know. You know, when she walks into a room, her smile just lights it up. Much like Jonny, Jess will go out of her way to help someone out in need. Not only is Jess an amazing person to others, but she's the perfect counterbalance to Jonny, making him a better person. I'm not saying Jonny's not a good person, but we all know that evil Jonny, he exists, right? He does exist. So, he used to come out. Now, evil Jonny has kind of been subdued by Jess, and it's not to say that she subdued his fun side, but she enhanced the experiences that they enjoy together, which is important. Whether it's going out to a nice restaurant, or partying at an awesome concert or Firefly, or going to Moore Brothers and doing a wine tasting. You know, Jess just brings out the best in my brother, and I love seeing the smile on his face when he's with her. I'm so happy that Jess and Jonny found each other, and wish them nothing but the best. And you can't toast that, but cheers to happiness and love, but we'll get there.
Good job, man.
Simple words, but I lied. So it's not. So, hello everyone, I'm Bobby Jones. For those that don't know me, I'm the oldest brother. So I want to start off by saying first that I'm honored to be a part of Jonny and Jess's special day, and humbled at the opportunity to stand before you and share a few of my thoughts about these two, Jonny and Jess. So I'll start with Jonny. So I'm going to offer the older brother perspective. So if you're here today, you probably know Jonny, and you may know him as your old high school friend, or as a tough, competitive former wrestler. You may know him as the friend that starts the party, or ends the party. He's almost always at the center of the party. Yeah. So you may know him as the smarty pants guy that knows way too much about chemistry. You may know him as a cousin or a nephew or a son, or maybe just as the guy that's in a suit here standing next to Jess. In any case, I'm lucky enough to know Jonny as my brother. And as a brother, I've seen Jonny in all these capacities, as well as a couple other that aren't on the list. I shared happy moments and sad moments with my brother. And through that, I know that Jonny has some definitive traits that are going to serve him and Jess well in their life together. First, Jonny cares about the people he loves a lot. Now, if you're sitting here thinking, what? Jonny doesn't care about me. I have a simple response, and that's that he doesn't love you. I'm just kidding. Seriously though, Jonny cares a lot, and this is a trait that will serve him well as a husband, because without love and caring, there is no relationship and no marriage. Jonny also has another trait that I think will serve him well as a husband. He's emotionally strong, which could be at times interpreted as stubborn, but today we're going to say emotionally strong. And he's emotionally strong, especially when he believes in something and even when the odds seem stacked against him. So I want to share a short story from when we were both younger men. When we were growing up, our dad, who's right there, he definitely took on the primary role of the disciplinarian in the house. And even now, my dad can be a little intimidating if he's upset. For those that know that. So you can imagine that as kids, we didn't love to push the boundaries to see what would happen. And when I say we didn't love to push the boundaries, I mean Matt and I didn't love to push the boundaries. So I remember this night that Jonny came home several hours after his curfew and our dad was upset, and the running rule was that every minute we came in after curfew was a day we were grounded.
Oh my God.
So Jonny knew those consequences, but what teenager believes in the benefit of a curfew? So Jonny thought he'd dig in a little and explore the boundaries of Dad's rule. And so my brother comes home hours late, and Dad is mad as hell and asks him why he was late, and Jonny says, as if it should have been known that the clocks were off at the house he was at. Due to daylight savings time. Now this is pretty hilarious to me listening because the daylight savings time change happened months before, and Jonny was more than an hour late. And Dad was less confused of the whole thing. So I share this story because I still think it's hilarious, actually, so that's the first. But also because it's one of many that show Jonny's fearlessness to define his own path, even if it means exploring boundaries. It also shows his emotional fortitude to explore those paths, even if there's risk. And I admire that about Jonny, and I've always admired that about Jonny. As I've grown up and have grown my own family, I've come to realize that life is full of really tough choices, and that what you know to be status quo is not always the best path forward for you or the people that you care about. I think Jonny's willingness to explore beyond the status quo with Jess and his strength to stick to what they believe is right will serve their marriage well. And I also know that Jonny believes in this marriage, which is why he's here. And that means he'll never give up on it. Now I'd like to share a few words about Jess. So I think Jess is an amazing person. She's the ultimate compliment to Jonny. Jess is caring, fun-loving, smart, hard-working, and she's with Jonny, so that means she's patient. Oh yeah, and let's not forget, she's beautiful. I see her bring out the very best in my brother, even in some of the toughest moments they've faced as a couple. And I see that she loves my brother for who he is. And so I think she's a very special person, and I truly believe that she and Jonny belong together. Jess may be officially joining the Jones family today, but the truth is that Jess has been a part of this family for a long time. Tris and I love Jess as a sister, and my two kiddos, Gabriel and Celine, love their Aunt Jess to the moon and back. Jess is such an important part of our lives, and I couldn't imagine a scenario that didn't end with Jonny and Jess getting married and spending their lives together. So on that note, I really want to throw out a challenge to all of you to be supportive of Jonny and Jess throughout their marriage, through the highs and the lows. If you're here today, it's because you're important to them. They're including all of us in one of their most special days, and we're here because we want to be a part of their lives. And for me, that doesn't end today, and I hope that you all feel the same. So Jonny, Jess, I love you and wish you many, many years of happiness together. And God bless.
So, now we will start our vows. I'll go first. Might get teary-eyed. Jess, you are my one and only true match. You are the one and only true match for me. You have made me better in all the right ways. Your eyes are little honeypots that always deliver a sweet reward when met in gaze, calming my heart and filling it with peace. To be with someone who truly loves you unconditionally is an amazing feeling. It also makes giving love so much easier. I know whatever life sends us, good or bad, we'll take it in stride with a smile, a glass of wine, or beer, or whiskey.
Whatever the occasion calls for.
Whatever the occasion calls. I truly cannot imagine a life without you, and I look forward to the lifetime we get to spend together. I swore to myself that I wasn't going to fill my vows with a bunch of promises, so I won't promise a bunch of things, only one. That no matter what, I will always be by your side through thick and thin, and will love you unconditionally until I part from this world.
Jonny. I remember the first time I laid eyes on you. It would be nearly a year before we exchanged our first words. And yet, even then, I think I knew you would be an important person in my life. Now, 8 years later. I'm thankful every day for you. You make me better just by being you. And you make my life better just by being in it. Someone once said, a wedding is a celebration of something you've already done. So today, I celebrate with you the love we've already pledged and the commitment we've already made to each other.
Makes us legally bound by law. We're going to sign first, right? Blank check. You just cannot.
No, you're not telling me.
No, it's not. Official for the witnesses now.
Oh, yeah. Dad said it's not official.
That's your chance, man, for extortion.
Hey, we're gonna do it.
Good luck.
All right, we're gonna 1, 2, 3 shoot. Best out of 3. See who signs this.
Come on, bring it out.
Shoot. Shoot.
Be the first rock, paper, scissors anyway.
wait.
Alright, so I want to raise a glass. Alright, and for the first time in public, I'd like to present Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan Jones.
We don't fit.
Don't spill. They don't fit. You know I didn't fit. I got it.
Now the bar is officially begin.